It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And shedding a man at the 40. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a Bengals score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards the pickup, first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Here's a diving catch right side. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give. This is Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Burrow. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. For the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete.
Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he works free. And all the way in for a... touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
138 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Browns on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Burrow will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Big 13. Big 13.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd.
Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully